All right. Great. Let's get to work, guys. So, music. Yeah, there it is. So I ended up adding a bunch of icons to these slots and the entire business section. And now, horse hotel design view limitation. This guy over here. We need to update this design because it's very claustrophobic. It's rather small, and the fact that this thing is blocking the view, and the slots are very close to each other, and that's not a pleasant view. So we are going to fix that. Question is how. I've got some ideas, but nothing good enough. Probably I suspect the best idea would be to bring this guy to the left, right? Something like this. I'm not quite sure how the physics would work visually. Maybe something like this would be better. So let's test it out, right? Let's bring this guy over here. Have it rotated like so. So we have this area, horse hotel here. I think I'll be more comfortable if I add this to this unlock stuff area. Or is it in static design? Yeah, it's part of this static design. Nonetheless, let's add this to the area, the horse hotel area, and let's get inside the prefab so we've isolated everything and we can change stuff easier. And therefore we need to delete this. Also, it would be good if we could disable this. Come here. It's rather spacious, so we can make it smaller. Like so. And then bring the text over there too. I just don't want it to block the view. I want us to be able to completely see comfortably the entire area, what we call technically area. At the same time, I don't want this to be too small. There's a beautiful middle ground here that we're gonna find. We're gonna find this beautiful middle ground. And we are going to love it. I promise you guys. We are going to find the middle ground. And we are going to love it. Oh, maybe it's the... yeah. It's the wood that has a peculiar rotation. So right now it looks something like this. It does give the sort of cartoony Wild West look, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. But now it's just tiny. Well, no one said we have to put the banner exactly in the horse hotel area, right? So if that's the case and we are going to allow ourselves that freedom, why not put it here? Like this. Why not? Right? Beautiful. And also, let me double check. Yeah, my audio is also clear too. Bop, bop, bop. Let's now. Gorgeous. I do need to start not taking, but rather drinking water, but I gotta bring more water. Okay, now there's this cube that now needs to extend to cover Horse Hotel. How about this? Yeah, now it feels better. Now it feels more appropriate. The entire thing could also, hypothetically, move a tiny bit to the west. Rotate maybe? Just for the sake of adding some imperfection. Good. Now, this guy needs to be in a broken, sort of fallen position. Helping us indicate to player that, hey, you know, gotta open this section. Requires retention here. This place was a beautiful place one day. I can get behind this. I can get behind it. Now, a little bit more scaling. Just a touch. And maybe also this piece of wood can go here, rotate it, and flat down on the ground. This way we can beautifully indicate that it was once a banner. And we've got ourselves a banner here. Although it's a tiny bit... Yeah, now it's beautifully positioned. Yeah, that's right. Okay, we got this. Let's take a step back. Look at our beautiful creation here. And, hold on. What else? Let's walk around it. Let's walk around it and see. I mean, this is too limiting. Let's see if I can... Okay, so we can delete this. We can select this two guys and bring it over here. Same goes with this metal gate. And let's see if we can... Yeah, maybe this. And also the stable. This stable needs to go back and open up some room. Oh, hold on. Yeah, now you're talking. Like so. But if you're doing this, I suspect we have to move the... Move these 3 stable units. Yeah. Now you're doing it. Alright. Okay, now it's much better. Much better, much better. Just a tiny bit of movement here. And a touch here. Awesome. What else? Is it spacious enough? Let's walk with the player. Walk around and walk around and walk around. I don't like the fact that these 3 unlock slots are so close to each other. We either have to make them smaller or add more space. The question is, philosophically speaking, is the space actually enough? If it is enough, I sort of can live with the current distance between the slots, because only one of them will be enabled at each point. See, like so. Hold on. It'll look something like this. Everything is so crowded and together, you know? That's the part that I don't like about this, but I mean, also the horses could scale up, so taking all those things into consideration, we need to expand the stable. Let's just, for the sake of, let's try it one more time. Yeah, that thing is ugly. I'll fix that. Get over there. Let me bring another hay for... I love the fact that we put hay in a tray, like it's salad or something. Oh, so it doesn't work here, huh? Is this simply a collider issue? Am I just reading too much into it? Transfer trigger. No, it's not a simple collider issue. Whatever it is, it's not a simple collider issue. I'll take care of it. We'll take care of it. Next up. Yeah, so let's scale up the horses by 15% and also expand the stable by roughly 15%. The thing is, we gotta bring it to Blender. We gotta take this guy to Blender's and FBX, so Blender. Get over here. Let's see. Okay. What is this one little thing? Why is this one so disconnected? Let me see if there's anything special with this. If it's not anything special, just get in line, buddy. Beautiful. Now, so is 15% basically the width of this shed? I suspect it is. Hold on. Am I looking at this from the right direction? So negative, yeah. Let's see. Oh, Christ. Get over here. So something like this, you would say? Not precise whatsoever. Yep. I mean, let's see. Probably is enough. I mean, I hope. But there's only one way to find out. There is the project. There it is. What's the name of this? Stable HC wide. And you know, in the world, there are two things allowed to be wide. First is my stable, hyper casual stable, and the other is Putin. This is a 2020 joke. And I'm old, so I get a pass. One beautiful thing about getting too old, like me, is that you can make boomer jokes. And no one can stop you. What are you gonna say? Boomer? Okay, so why is it detached? Should not be detached. Let me add this to the prefab. Yeah, let's just add it like so, and save the prefab, and then isolate everything inside the prefab. That'll give us more control. We also have to fix that, whatever that stacking problem was. But we'll take care of it. We'll take care of it. Let's just delete this because it's useless. You, get over here. Get over here, little doggy. And so it would be something like this. Just not precise or whatever. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. Delete. Enable. Ah, I can already feel it. More space. It was so claustrophobic. What is the word for it? Nah. Hold on. I was going to say it triggers my claustrophobia. What do we call something that triggers your claustrophobia? I can't generate that word. Still, the slots are kind of big. But let's see. Let's see. Alright. Okay, so let's play the game. Let's see how it looks. Let's see how it looks. We can always make it more spacious. I mean, I can get behind this. I can get behind this. I can vouch for this. I can vouch for this. These things are just too large. I don't like them. The fact that you have to walk over them, it's messy. I don't like it. Hold on. Let me make them smaller. Not that much. Let's go with 0.65, right? Bring them down like so. Actually, let's bring it even more. Okay. And then we are going to add a tiny bit of a plane on top of it. Change the material. And just change the color so that it looks like hay or grass. Oh, not grass. Actually, why not grass? Why not grass? How bad would grass be? How bad would grass be, actually? How bad would it look like? I mean, you're not gonna find out if you don't test it, right? So, where is my trusty old grass? Prefab. Level 5. Hello. So 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0. Yep. There you are. Does it make sense that we are going to put hay over grass? I feel like it's not allowed. I was imagining something dark, but let's just put it there, leave it for 1 hour, and see if we like it. Gotta add this to stable units. Material. Does this material? Yeah, okay, good. That's good. Let me create. There's a low priority one. Let me create this and name it low priority. And this guy right here. Change the material and apply to stable unit. Lower the render priority by 1. And now let's start from the top, hey? Let's start from the top. Let's delete the save, let's play, and let's start from the top and get a feel for all of the changes that we've made, including the horse hotel. Can't we improve the name of horse hotel to something better? But I like the horse hotel. It's a hotel for horses. The name. Why are the buttons disabled? It's the first time that this thing happens. Hold on. I'm gonna figure that out in 2 seconds. You guys. At what point you're not intractable? Maybe I've just made a mistake. Probably it was just a innocent mistake. Let's go. Let's generate fake stars, level up, and unlock the restaurant. Oh, Jesus. We need the dynamic canvas to be on top of the overlay canvas. Alright, whatever. Horse Hotel, look at the beautiful icon I just created. Just lovely. Boom. Oh. What? What was that? I hate seeing bugs that I've spent a long time fixing, and they just pop up again. We literally spent half an hour this morning to fix this guy. And it's just looking at us like that. Hold on, okay. Hold on. I'm patient. I'm not angry. I'm not mad. Nothing. Nothing. See, it works perfectly the next time that you start the game. So that just indicates it's not a script problem, it's just a runtime thing. Alright. So, one slot, I love it. Right? It's beautiful. Let's see what happens. These indicators are just large, man. I can't get behind them. They're like 7% of the screen. Let's just make them smaller. I'm not even patient enough to test them on the phone. I just know. Like 10% of the screen. So I'm guessing we use the pull system for this. Something indicator, right? Pull corner anim icon. Probably it's this. Hello. First of all, it's ugly. I mean, but that's a whole different conversation. I don't like this arrow. Let's scale it first. And it has like 3 shades of purple. As if like 2 wasn't enough. Who designed this? I certainly didn't. And I certainly wasn't high. Nope, that's too much. That's better. And now the entire thing needs to shrink down, and I think it's safe to use this method. the ugliest method of scaling. Do we have a... Yeah, pixels per unit. Maybe 0.7, 0.6, 0.5. Is that matching? Yes, kinda. I mean, maybe a touch more. So if it's 0.5, maybe 0.45, right? Simpler? Easier? Let's see. Just don't be uglier. Just don't get any uglier. I can't afford uglier. Ah, it's still ugly. But it's more compact. And that part is... It is still ugly, but it's less ugly. And I like the fact that it's smaller. And I don't want to make it round because round indicates interaction. It's like, interact with me. Alright. Corner icon. Let me go with 210 here. So that's like, what? 5%? That's nothing. Should have gone with 10. But let's test it. Also, no. That's just an editor thing. So when I played, did it display the correct slot or no? It did. Okay. Oh, I love this cow. Such a dumb cow. Such a dumb cow. Like, survival instinct of a potato. Better. Oh, this guy requires colliders too, eh? Here. Okay. Are they, all of them? Everybody? Is moonwalking in the air? How did that happen? Is this a agent thing or a navmesh thing? Let's figure that out. Navmesh surface. Probably a navmesh thing. So, oh yeah, I mean it's 1, and then this is basically, yeah. So there was 6 centimeter, or probably around 6 centimeter. Let's bake. Double check the bake. Yep, bake properly. But we've changed the scene, so let's expand the nav mesh here and shrink it from there. Expand it on top and here. Bake one more time. Bake one more time. Remove and play. Gotta scale the horse. Fix the positioning, fix the stack bug, and are they still moonwalking in the air, or nope? I mean, just a touch, but I think that's an agent thing. Yes, see, I think It's both. It's both. Half of it is the nav mission, half of it is the agent. Okay. Horse. No, not this horse. Alright, the horse parent. I should have had a scale parent here. Now we have to do it manually. So let's go with 15%, huh? Let's just do it manually. Now, the points here needed some adjustment as far as I can remember. But this stable unit, there must be, there it is. Let's look at it from the top, I guess. Oh no, that's not gonna help us. So middle would be somewhere around here. Good. Also, there's a small little perfection that we can adjust, but hey, thank you for the new follow on Kick. Appreciate it. And let's see. Oh, that sheep. Every time I see that sheep, I'd say, that's cute sheep. Alrighty. That's such a dumb guy. Gotta change the mesh. The characters are not finalized. Alright. Okay, the positioning is fixed. This slot, they need to be smaller. I mean, no matter how big we make the entire stable, these slots are gigantic. Hold on. Here, we've got canvas, so no, that's innocent. That canvas is an innocent bystander. I mean, that wasn't just a touch, that was a massive reduction. But, get over here. Let's go with 1.2, I guess. And maybe a little bit higher. Let's test it now. I suspect they can still get smaller. They don't have to be so large. Yep, I can get behind this. Let's say 1.1. Text needs to also get smaller, so that's 3.5. Let's go with 3. Yep, 3 is good. Main image here. Let's go with 1. No, not that one. I meant the cache icon. Let's go with 0.4. Better. Also, this is the third business, so by this time, player have gotten the gist of the game, so it doesn't matter that much. Doesn't matter that much. Michael Jackson. I love the fact that I go from a Michael Jackson song to another Michael Jackson song and surprisingly announce that I'm gonna play a Michael Jackson song. I mean, it's the same type of change that Trump says, huh? It's a regime change. Alright. This new Michael Jackson song is a lot more logical and rational than the previous Michael Jackson songs. Alright. Bum, 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 bum. It feels so empty. That'll fix it. This part is golden. Delete the saves again. Try it one more time, get a feel for it. This is what I mean when I say today we're gonna just start from the top, right? Delete the save, play the game. The first thing that annoys us we're gonna fix. Delete the saves, start from the top. Start from the top. It's a term from the music industry that I've borrowed. And as I've explained before and alluded to before, this starting from the top thing wouldn't be necessary if you've got time, right? But in the hyper casual world, if you want to stay profitable, you are going to go fast and you are going to move fast. So the entire like this game will be finished in about a week, and so that's going to be around a total of 80 days of development. And when I say 80 days of development, I mean 80 days ago, not even the idea existed, right? And now we are about to finish the game. And actually, I'm kind of disappointed in myself that it took me 80 days to finish it. It should have been 60, right? And the only reason that you have to move this fast is just if you want to be a profitable company, right? Because the margins are not that massive. You're not going to make $1 million making any of these games. So if you want to stay profitable, you have to ship a game in 2 months. And adding this consideration that the game might flop and the game might fail. So you really have 6 times a year that you're going to launch a game. So you can't even accept losing 2 of them. 4 games a year, that's nothing. You're not going to be profitable with that, right? So you're going to at least aim for 6. And if you are going to move this fast, you can't sit around for 8 days just writing all the assignment and all the tasks and calling everybody in the team, you just can't do that. You just have to move fast. And that's including the original design, right? So you're gonna carve out less than a week in the design, in the entire deadline of the game, of the project, just designing the damn thing, right? And so that's why this is the method that I'm using, and it works. You gotta just start from the top over and over again. And about the design, that's a nice music, but we're gonna get a strike with that one. Let us go back to Hollywood Tonight, because I guess the algorithm doesn't really understand this song, I've noticed. About the design, something really cool that I've learned is that game developers are like comedians. More than programmers and more than software developers, game developers are like comedians. And what that means is, when a comedian wants to write a Netflix special, they don't just write down, they don't just sit down and write a whole comedy special in like a day or two in their kitchen table, right? The way they do it is, they go to comedy stores with small audiences, 50 people to 100 people, and they just try out material, right? Maybe they spend a day, write material, go out there in comedy store and try it out. Do 1 hour of raw stuff and see what gets a laugh, and write that down. Like, this joke got a laugh. And then they try that a bunch of times. So, all right, this thing is proven. This gets a laugh, right? And they go out there and write more and more and more. And then they'll try it more and more and more. And after half a year, they've got one, and they pick up the best ones, right? And in half a year, they'll have 1 hour of material that they've tried so many times that they're 100% sure it's going to get a laugh. And they'll turn that into a Netflix special. And there's no science behind it. There's not an algorithm behind it that you can just sit down and just generate good jokes. You have to try it out and use pattern recognition. This is the part of consciousness that works, right? No one else can do it any other way. Game developers are the same. The way we make a game that works is by just making a whole bunch of games, right? For me, the first game that I made that made over $100,000 was my 50th game. 50th. And that happened when I was so much older than I originally anticipated. I was 21 and I was making, so that was like, what, 6-7 years into my career? 50 games, right? And the only way that it was possible is just that I made a whole bunch of games. And now, after, 11 years of being in the industry, 10 years of being in the industry, I am sort of a joke writing machine, you know? I've done it so much that just comes to me second nature. But still, there's at least a 20% of the time where even my games flop. And that's why you have to move fast. That's why when you see me do level design, or, I mean, I'm a bit religious about writing code, but in terms of level design or coming up with an idea or trying something out, I don't spend that much time in it. I do have confidence in my capabilities and my abilities, knowing that I can make something good in 15 minutes. But that's it. That's the amount of time that I'm going to give it, and I'm going to move, right? And if it's not perfect, then it's not perfect. And if it's bad enough, it will tell me 2 days from now, and it will annoy me 2 days from now. But if it's good enough, I'll live with it. And the reason I bring up the comedian example is that when people look at game developers, they think game development is like programming, meaning it's a matter of skills, right? That's why I see a lot of programmers and developers judge game developers based on their C# skill or based on their technical knowledge. And that's fair, that's good, but it's just a completely different look. The way the reason I compare it to comedians is because everyone can speak, right? But not everyone can write material that makes everyone laugh. But everyone can speak, right? It's the content. So game development, in terms of programming, everybody can program. Everyone can write a code. I mean, there are so many programmers in the world, both in the general software engineering world and the game development world. But it's so rare for you to be a programmer or developer that can make a game that people are willing to spend time in it. I mean, if you want to go out there and get hired by a big company, work in Ubisoft, where there's game designers, and then there's the brand name, you're working on the next Assassin's Creed, you know the game is going to do $1 billion, and you're just one little brick in the wall, if you want, if you say that's a whole different scenario. But if it's just you, and let's say you've got a budget of, say, $50,000, and you want to turn that into a game that's going to make $300,000, if that's the mode that you're operating in, and you want to be yourself, and you want to be your creative self, and you want to make games for, say, mobile, and therefore you need 40 minutes of gameplay from each user to have a positive LTV, then this is the way that you have to go. You gotta trust your gut, trust the overall idea of the game, and ignore the imperfections, right? That's why I give the comedian example, because everybody can speak. And so a lot of people make fun of me. You still use Visual Studio, right? And why aren't you on this, using this little trick and that little trick? It's like, although programming, as I said before, is the part of the development I take sort of religiously, because by trade I'm actually a programmer, a game developer, game programmer. But when you see me design, if you've noticed, I'm like, all right, this is good enough, let's just move on, right? And again, that's just because I've done it so many times that I know this is either good enough, or it will tell me that it's not good enough next morning when I wake up. And the collection of those decisions in a 6-month period, actually when your deadline is 2 months, in a 2-month period, the collection of those decisions, the total will be greater than sum of the parts, you know? That's what matters. When and again, I was a perfectionist too. Like, why aren't these two things aligned here? And why aren't these all the text the same exact font and the same exact size? And why this and why that? It's like, yeah, you know, perfection yourself to the toilet, basically, right? Because I want to perfection myself to the bank. I've got $50,000 that I have to turn into $300,000. That's my job as a game developer. And that doesn't mean that you have to discard the art. That has nothing to do with it. It's that the art is actually, the actual art is to turn that $50,000 into $300,000 while being an artist. That's the actual art, right? All of us would have been phenomenal artists if we had infinite money, if we had infinite resources, right? So the successful game developers are the ones that can turn their art into products with a reasonable amount of resources. And so that's the actual art. So that's what I meant by the comedian example. And now let's get back to work. So interesting that at the end of the day, if you think about that comedian example, that's exactly how Michael Jackson wrote the songs, right? Or created the songs. Every album had more than 100 songs in it, right? It's like, even Michael Jackson had to write 100 songs to get 10 good ones? It's like, yeah, even Michael Jackson. I'm not ashamed to say that in total, I've made, alongside the game designers and the programmers that worked with me, created more than 120 games, right? And again, I'm not ashamed to say 90 of them have failed, completely flopped, right? And some of them I spent 2 years on and completely failed. The Quiche project being the most predominant one, when we wanted to have Quiche, the island in Iran, turned into a sort of a GTA-like game, and we spent 2 years on it, and after 2 years we realized we created something bullshit that no one wants to play, and we have to move on creating something that there's actual demand for it, you know? And now we need some, actually, now that I hear the Chicago Nights mixed with Smooth Criminal, I want to hear that. I want to hear that. So now, let's make this full screen. Is it spacious enough? Or is it still triggering our claustrophobia? Huh. I'd say, let's unlock one. The only area of design that I do spend a lot of time in is not the level design, but the overall design of the game, right? Which is entangled with the actual design. Like, all right, let's say we have a restaurant here. What is the next business? And you're in the editor trying to figure out the identity of the game. It's like, all right, we're gonna have a horse hotel, right? That's the only place where I go full throttle, but still I have to go fast. But if I have to give it enough time, I'll give it enough time. Is the design / level design. And the only reason is that I'm just bad at it, you know? And that's just something that you can't. So if you have a bad design, or bad original design, no matter how good you write the code, it's just not gonna help it, you know? So it's one of those specific, you gotta have enough experience in that specific thing that you're doing, in this case, game development, where it's like, all right, this is my limitation. I need time for this specific thing. Anything else, I can do it very fast, a lot faster than everyone else, and be 80% good at it, and still make a thing that is in total greater, right? But in this specific thing, dude, I can't do anything about it. Like, give me 10 days, you know? We're gonna fix this bug later. I don't get it. This thing. I don't even want to get into the bug fixing mode right now. I want to fix the design first. All right. Let's see if things work out proportionally. I feel like the horse is a tiny bit too big, but at the same time, the horse is in the air, right? And we are not putting the player back in place. All right, first thing first. There were like 10 things wrong with this. Let's fix all the problems actually, because I can't see right now. First thing first, that indicator. That hay indicator. That hay indicator. This is also golden. Here. Or maybe it's actually, oh yeah, so this is it. Stack empty and no consumer. Only show when customer has left, probably is what I want to say. Um,
To introduce you to the monster.
I remember making a tiny bit of making a small little change in the scaling logic. Let me make sure though. Indicator height has nothing to do with it though. Where is it? So, what are we even pulling? Let's just double check, right? We are pulling what? Pull height indicator, right? So we are simply pulling one of the corner anim objects, right? Which is this. Corner anim icon, this, boom, it's this, simply. So set default is true. We are setting it to true, we are hiding it. And in that case, that's the place. Okay, so here, let's, just for the sake of simplicity, let's do the dirty way. Probably this is turning false, but it's null though. Oh, here, I remember. We are setting that visibility here and therefore setting it to true, and therefore we have to set it false though, don't we? We will set it to false here. Therefore this is, then we say false. Don't then we say, that's interesting. False, true. Should work though, because we are always carrying on the same logic. What is happening here? Hold on. I think I figured it out. Hold on. I think after we pull it, pull height indicator, set new icon here, then condition, set corner visibility, right? So let's say we force it to be true. So when we force it to be true, I just don't get it. It should work. Because it's working everywhere else. That's my problem. Right? We're using the same type of indicator everywhere. Like literally everywhere. We've got the same exact indicator for a no table indicator. So let's double check it. If that's broken, then it should be broken everywhere, right? Unless we are changing something manually. And so see, now we've got it. Beautiful. And let's say we serve the customers, right? Let's go ahead and serve the customers. say serve it. And let me pause and double check. So this, it's in canvas dynamic too. This dynamic canvas is no table indicator, no table indicator, and no table indicator must be a corner anim. Yep. This is set visibility to false, which does the exact thing here. Does this. Again, I think we are messing it up after pulling it in here, but we are not though, unless I'm not paying enough attention. Let's do this. Probably both of them are trying to do something, and that's causing it to misbehave. And I'm just not smart enough to figure it out. Come on. Work with me. Story from the back your side. We are gonna get a strike with this. Hold on. What am I doing? What am I doing? Let's play something that probably doesn't get a strike. Let's play Hell March. We've never gotten a strike on this. What am I doing? Alright. You, my friend. You and I have unfinished business. Something happened to it. Ah, Christ, what is this bug? I'm gonna fix... Ugh. First, we gotta fix the indicator. First, we gotta fix the indicator. Just can't get over it though. Script. It's not an area management. Where is it? A service entity. Yep. Service entity, also sell, trigger, hey, trigger, transfer trigger. Stable unit is hey stack full. Well, no. So transfer, we're pulling a transfer. Pop, 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 pop. Current stack. I'm gonna print. Let's see. I swear to God, this piece of code was working before. See. Okay, so it worked perfectly. So I'm gonna. Okay. Time to actually see what's going on here. First thing first. Let's make sure we are not you're not touching it manually. You're not touching the scale manually or the visibility manually. At some point, are we relying on the nullness of the because as far as I can remember, we did rely heavily on the nullness of this logic. Well, hold on a second. Hold on a second. What am I even saying? This is not an issue. This is being called. This gets called, right? So that would be else, and then pop, 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 pop. If it's already false, but calls with delay. So let's make sure. Well, this has never been called, and therefore this is safe. So if current is equal to false, why? This should be the exact opposite, no? What the hell was that supposed to mean? Aha. Probably. Hold on. I'm guessing I was relying on the fact that we are setting the new visibility in the same function right before calling the... Yeah, that could probably be the case. Because that, obviously, that... Let's just see. My brain is sort of working out slowly. So that's... If you're gonna figure it out, I'm gonna just leave it for the morning. I just can't load enough data in my memory. What is this shadow? It's the shadow of a big horse. What the hell, dude? Why do we have giant horses here? Why do we have... We didn't have giant horses. That was so random. What? I just tested the game. Just one horse, just one rogue horse decided to be turned into a giant horse. Well, life of a game developer. Alright. I swear to God, it should work. Okay, alright. Alright. I don't know how I fixed it, but conceptually I know how I fixed it. So, let's see if it works the other way around too. Good, 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 good. Okay. I can sleep easily. I can rest easy tonight. We gotta replace all these characters too. And let's fix this floating issue as well. Modifier, modifier, modifier. Let's say 0.6. That was a lot. Let's say 0.55. What is this song? I'm sure it's copyrighted. Give me Hill March. And let's build this. Let's double check. If it wasn't fixed, I mean, we have to fix the character shell anyway. Hold on. I mean, it's not the right thing to do. I can't get behind this, so let me just elevate the mesh. Where is it? So we are back. I mean, that makes sense. Visually, it makes sense. I mean, what are we trying to solve? Right? We're gonna bake. You know, disable. And customer what something. Customer. I'm gonna go to customer parent actually. How is this happening, right? Let's test it. So this is perfect. Literally perfect. So let's load the character into it, right? Gotta go manual. It's in copy, envisioned, resources, prefab, the character mesh here. Someone thin. Let's check the animation here. Oh, see? For whatever reason, it's elevated. So what we can do here is probably a mixamo animation, root animation issue. So we're gonna say character shell. Yep. Can't get behind it. Same goes with the horses. But I gotta double check. So we fixed the indicator problem. We fixed the character elevation problem. Now we have to check. Oh, now we have to fix the hay stack bug. The fact that this doesn't work sometimes. And that sometimes is only when we just unlock the area. So that's something to do with that. Okay, we're gonna solve that. See if the horses are. What's wrong with you horses? Oh, what's wrong with you horses? Mr. Horse? Or, I mean, I'm not assuming anyone's gender here. Especially in 2023. 2026. I'm getting old here. And... okay. Hay stack. Area. Trigger, that's it. Everything seems fine to me. So let's just put in a bunch of... I know I can use breakpoints. I know, I'm old. And you're ready. If we solve this problem, then we gotta solve this spacing problem of the horse hotel. Not to solve it, but double check it's perfect by our definition. Everything is weird about when we unlock that particular business. 3 things that are weird about it is happening here. 3 weird things is happening. First of all, and I'll figure it out. Okay. Oh, now we can write it with. Okay, now we can bring that to. Let me see. Oop. From stack is being transferred from. Okay. From stack, which is player stack. How do we... Okay, so stack is not... Okay, let me Spector. So could be from Hey storage. Storage Hey. Yeah, that's the name. Storage Hey. Storage Hey. Storage obviously, and here. Give player 1 game object item. Boom. Say add. That's very peculiar. There are so many great songs that I can play for you, but you know that I'm gonna play Prince of Persia. So this is peculiar. We are just simply adding. There is no transfer involved, which makes sense because there's only one, but then how on earth the from stack, which is player stack, let us also print this. From stack, the name suggests it. I mean, from stack is player stack here. Is player stack simply, yep. Let's go to game object, so just avoid any sort of casting problem. And then from stack is only being transferred from when I just unlock the horse hotel? How does that work? It's just 2 in the morning, right? We've got 3-4 hours still. Good. We've done a lot. We've done a lot today. I love the fact that everything works perfectly with the restaurant, right? Let us select player stack from like already. So it's being transferred from as off, meaning false. Oh, I have a scenario in mind. Maybe it turns on here. It does. We just found a very, very deep and entangled bug here. Wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. So that means the moment we unlock it, the trigger is happening and transfer is pulled, and transfer tries to transfer from player to the haystack, but there is nothing in player stack, and it gets stuck. It doesn't recycle itself. So first of all, it shouldn't even be pulled in the first place, but it's not even recycling itself. Peculiar. Alright, I mean, figuring out the problem was the hard part. Solutioning is the easy part. Alright. Haystack trigger, that's it. Yep. Return. Here, there should have been a check here. There's not. Alright, transfer. Transfer should have... And transfer has no checks and balances here, right? It just tries to do everything we ask it. And transfer routine here. That's what I'm saying! It stops the routine here, and stopping the routine from stack, yep, this is what should happen, and then it goes out there and from stack on transfer, finished transferring. Set to null. What the hell is happening here? It's just gonna put debug log everywhere and we're gonna figure it out, but it's very peculiar. From stack here, and then we immediately say start coroutine, and start coroutine goes over here and stops the routine. Alright. Print stop routine pass the check, pass the condition, and let's also have it here. Print remove transfer or there, whatever. Okay, that's reasonable. At least we know what the problem is. And this kind of problem, you have to fix it now, because if I sleep now, and tomorrow I have to start everything from scratch and load everything in my stupid memory. Let's go. But it was an interesting... It's an interesting bug to encounter. Because at some point it would have made a mess. Let's speed up the game so we can test it easy. So let's see. Boom. We literally say stop the routine here. I don't know what to tell you. Say stuff where we never... Huh? How is that even possible? That can't be real. I mean, hold on. I'm gonna say yield return. No. Are you telling me it's gonna take a frame to set that variable? What? Are coroutines that weird? No. I mean, coroutines and lists are weird, but takes a frame? Interesting. I mean, it could be wrong, but... No, that can't be real. That can't be real. How is that even possible? I swear to God if it works. This is ridiculous. What? What on earth? It takes one frame? Huh? We're trying to save the coroutine here. And it takes one frame to create the routine and set it? I never encountered this issue. I mean, we solved it. Alright, let's go with the next one, but... You live, you learn. You live, you learn. Let's commit the changes. Let's commit the changes. It takes one frame? I've done this 1 billion times. Gotta go back to every one of games that I've made and double check this. Although I'm gonna isolate this issue and double check it. Is that a frame thing? Is that a yield thing? Am I missing something? I've gotta double check and quadruple check this. But very, very peculiar. Alright. Problem solved, I guess. Problem solved, I guess. Let's get back to work. Oh, I desperately need water. Let's test this and then I'll go. So now, اگه خدا بخواد, it's supposed to work. Come on. All right. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Now, there's some tiny problems here. That hay stack position is wrong. Colliders need some work. There was one more problem. Hold on. What was it? Oh yeah, the speed of deduction is too low. Money deduction. So let's fix that one by one. Bum bum bum. Unlock stuff. Here. This point here. What are? Can I work on something else? Like you? Or maybe even better, you? This haystack. Is that it? Yep, that's it. It needs to be centered. Centered. Beautiful. Next, I said colliders, right? This guy. This guy. Get out of here. I don't need your collider. Same goes with you. But these guys should have collider, so let's add. Say static colliders. I hate the fact that we are creating custom stuff, but I think it makes sense. If it doesn't, we're gonna change it. Those guys back in 2002, 2003 just showed up, created a bunch of magic, and disappeared, eh? This music, just timeless. All right. One more thing. The price deduction. Let me take a look at this slot. SLOT slot. Oh, yep. Yep, unlockable slot, that's it. Deduction percentage go. Okay. So deduction percentage per second, we're gonna say so what, hold on. Whatever it is, we're gonna increase by 30%. And let's actually apply that to the parent. $500 is a high number. Let's not apply that to everyone. Let's increase it by 20%, right? Let's increase it by 20%. Apply this to everyone, and then see how it goes. Because I'm not gonna have restaurant items be priced at 500. Delete the saves, commit the changes, and let's start from the top. And I'm gonna get some water. Hold on. Give me a second. Water. And I'm back. Let's test this. Let's see. Frame. That canvas needs to be. Alright, first thing first. A touch too slow for my liking. What is this error happening every time? Are we trying to stop a twin that doesn't exist? It's not open like that. Let's see. What else? Okay. Fix a random bug here. Double checking all the colliders here. Beautiful. I decided to make that one trigger pad diagonal, and that's one thing is diagonal, and nothing else is. All right. Isn't there anything specific? Solve most of the problems, right? Is it? What's the next assignment here? We've got horse hotel design, wheel limitation done, slot done, placement done, second restaurant. Beautiful. All right. Let's start from the top a few more times and see if I've got brain power for adding the restaurant. That particle is too slow. Let's fix these two bugs that I've seen so far. This guy. I mean, it's gonna break something else, but I can fix that problem later. Let's set that to 1. Save it. And what was the next one? Particle. Cache particle, which is under player meta. Cache fountain. Here. Especially the very beginning of it is so tired, you know. 2.5. Yeah, feels more bouncy. Like it. Let's commit the changes, and it's 2:30, eh? So I've got about 2.5 hours. Let's just power through it. Let's go. One more restaurant. The idea is that I want to add a new restaurant here that is by the river, right? So it's supposed to be more luxurious than this one. And it's, well, by the river. So that's cool. I feel like that's a large task for now. Let me see. All of this are fixed. Characters definitely not today. Steak icon, that's it. 2-minute task. Test indicator size on the phone, definitely not. Stand icon for queue handling triggers. Stand, okay, very good. So let's put that here. Second restaurant. How long have we been streaming for? I don't think it's 2 hours actually, right? It's an hour 40 minutes. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna stop streaming. Take a break for about maybe 20 minutes, and find the objects for the restaurant. Then I'll probably stream again. But I need to take a break for 20 minutes at least. And I need to find the objects. So, take care everybody, and I will be streaming in, probably I'll be streaming in half an hour.